Welcome to another in the series, Sip and Chat, a place where we talk about the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. It's our pleasure this afternoon to be coming into your homes and to be talking about the goodness of the Lord. Welcome to another in the series, Sip and Chat, a place where we examine life issues, whatever they may be. It could be social, economical, whatever it is. We discuss it here at Sip and Chat because we're whole people and we need to be concerned about the matters of life and things that affect us in our day to day. Well, today I'm very excited because I have a very handsome young man as my guest this afternoon, and he'll be talking to us about something I think it's very, very important, the whole matter of insurance. And I know that sometimes, some persons can appreciate insurance, but for some persons, they don't usually understand it until it's too late or appreciate it until it's too late. And so today, as we go into this festive season, there are a lot of things that we need to consider already. We're hearing that we need to be careful of how we drive on the road. We need to also be careful how we use our debit card and our credit card. So many issues that we have that comes to the fore at this time of the year. So I am just playing my part in educating the populace that listen, it's that sober time. It's not silly season, it's conscious season. So welcome to the set, Jovaun, Mr. Jovaun Sawyers. It's a pleasure to have you. And as I said earlier on, this is a very important topic at this time of the year. So Jovaun, tell us a little bit about who you are and how exactly you got into this whole matter of insurance.
Hello again, everyone. Thanks for having me, Doc. My name is Jovaun Sawyers, and I'm from St. Anne, the proud parish
The
of
Garden Parish.
Yes, we're all the Kingstonians. They vacay during Easter and summer.
Okay, I can't take that from you.
And I am a proud Yorkist from Yorkastle High School in St. Anne, and a proud past Caramock student as well.
Okay,
We are
okay.
majored in integrated marketing and communications.
Great.
Insurance, I did not study it in school.
Okay.
It was an opportunity, and I believe that God actually directed me on this path.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a purpose that I need to fulfill. So it was an opportunity that I saw, and I took it. And 5 years later, I'm here.
5 years later.
I'm here.
So, so it wasn't a passion, and that is something that is also very important as well, that sometimes initially something is not your passion, but once you get a taste of it, right, you get to appreciate what it's all about. And so talk to us about, we hear about insurance. What exactly is it? And tell us a bit about your company and what type of insurance that you offer.
Definitely. So my company is Marathon Insurance Brokers. We've been around for over 30 years, focusing on the citizens of Jamaica and their needs, advising them of how to actually appropriately safeguard their income and their assets as well, and protecting them and transferring that risk to the insurer. And
so before going any further, it is important for us to understand that it's one thing to acquire asset, right? You buy a lovely car, you buy a lovely yacht. Yes, we're to aspire, right? You buy these lovely things, but at the same time, you have to learn to protect your assets.
Definitely. I mean, eventually it's the occur every day. Hurricane, an accident. You wake up this morning, you're traveling, you didn't know that you would meet in an accident. We see it every day.
Right.
So we need to safeguard those stuff, our assets that we have. And because we work hard for them.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, you maybe save a year. I remember saving for my first car. It took me 3 years.
3 years.
And then the moment I got it, I think it was the third day after driving it, someone ran in my back.
Oh Lord. So. Well, I have to share my stories this summer. Well, when I just got my first car, right, after all the excitement of getting the car, I was driving, trying my best to obey the rule as was stated. I must be 1 car length in front of the car, with the car in front of me. So I'm there driving and I'm making sure that I'm keeping my distance from the car. But then there was this lady, she kept, tooting. And she was like, "Miss, drive up." So I was like, "Miss, I'm maintaining my distance, And
she was behind you.
Yes, and then I guess she couldn't take it anymore. So she came across in the lane immediately beside me, and she said to me, she made some comment, and I said, "Ma'am, may the Lord be with you." She said to me, "You really with you for true." So as I talk about, and I think that is very important that even though at times we are trying to be careful,
Yeah,
we oftentimes cannot prevent others from being reckless,
that is
and that
true.
is why taking the additional precaution of
That
having
is true.
of having insurance is important.
Once upon a time, you could maybe drive for yourself, but not in this day and age anymore.
Right.
You have to be, I mean, aware of the persons around you. Look left, right, in front, behind, check the rear view mirror. Like I met in an accident maybe a year ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just driving out of my apartment complex, and out of nowhere, a bike is.
Mm-hmm.
They came and hit the door, break the mirror, everything. So now I check my mirrors, I check all around. Just because of that incident, I'm more aware of my surroundings even now. That's good. So, I mean,
So, all right. So I might say to myself, so just tell me one of the benefits in terms of probably financial as well
mhm.
as just that emotional safety net as well. Because sometimes like you rightfully say, I mean, you didn't plan for these things, right? But the benefit of knowing that you're insured,
We are
especially
protected.
with marathon.
I mean, for Marathon, it is like a family, and we view all our clientele as family, and we
Mhm.
treat them as such.
Right.
I want to touch on the platform that we have.
Right.
So in 2019, we first established our online motor platform, but this was for just private cars only.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 years later, now in 2022,
Right.
effective November 16, we actually launched the Whatever You Drive campaign.
Okay.
And now we have opened and expanded that. We have taken another technological leap and include the commercial vehicles for those persons who have minibus,
Mhm.
highest, coasters, your cranes, trucks, and
Right.
all of that. So some of the benefits that I want to highlight on would be the convenience.
Right.
We're sitting here doing the interview right now,
Mhm.
and I can say, Doc, go on your phone, go on to www.mibinsure.com. You put in your details, the date you got your driver's license, the year, vehicle, the model, the type.
Mhm.
You put it in, and just right here, you are able to actually compare from all the insurance companies within Jamaica right at the convenience of your phone right now
To get the best rate.
to get the best rate.
Isn't that
Instead of you traveling in and around Kingston to visit each insurer.
Wow,
So
that's
think about
amazing.
that.
God gives us wisdom. Right? God gives us wisdom. And what I'm understanding is that, which is something you need to explain a little bit more, because
Mhm,
there is a distinction between a broker going to
mhm,
the broker and going directly to a company. And
mhm,
other people some people don't understand that, right? So they will
mhm.
say, who are you insured with? And they say they're insured with Marathon. And they don't understand the benefits of being insured with a broker. And that's what Sip and Chat seeks to do. We seek to inform people because a lot of people just go through life, why you do this? Oh, my mother tell me, or my father tell me, or somebody tell me. When there are a plethora of other benefits that could
Benefits.
be gained
Mhm.
with knowledge. And so it is our responsibility as here as a program to enlighten the population, to let them know that, listen, man, these are some options. To talk to us a little bit about the benefits of a broker as opposed to going to a company.
Definitely.
Like you
So
just said, the
the
convenience.
is again the convenience. It's the broker is the middleman. We
Okay.
represent the client.
Okay.
So we process the business for you. We go out, we have particular rates set up
Mhm.
for us individually and internally. And we act as the middleman, and we provide our clients with choice,
Okay.
benefit, and we process your claims for you because you will have the knowledge and the know-how to actually negotiate with insurance.
Right.
So we do that for you as our clients
So
to
I'm
get
my personal broker.
definitely, definitely to get the most competitive rate for whatever vehicle, or not just vehicle, but whatever type of business you're doing
Okay.
as well. So we go out and negotiate and then present to you now the findings, and then you can choose and we advise you accordingly.
One of the things, I mean, even, sometimes as individuals, we might do small business, right? And we
Hmm.
might say to ourselves, well, I don't need to insure this business. It's too small. I mean, but talk to us about, is there a price range that you say, okay, at this time I need to be insured?
No, ma,
Right.
we
Because the ignorance keep us keep us down sometimes.
Doc, what I want to touch on is the affordability.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes it's not the ignorance, but they feel as if insurance is too expensive.
Right.
So I spend my last money to start this business,
Mm-hmm.
and then where am I going to find the money to finance it?
Right.
That is where marathon insurance comes in. So we allow financing for up to 9 months. So I
Okay.
want to,
This is. I know it's Christmas, and I don't want to think that you're tricking me. I know you're not. But what we are saying is that if there are benefits out there for us, we want to know what are those benefits, right? Because the
Mhm.
Lord gives us, as I said, the Lord gives us wisdom, He gives us favor. So what you're saying is that I start my business, right? And
Mhm.
after I take out all of my savings, my little husband saving, my auntie give me this,
That
and
is
I
correct.
put this business together, and I feel like I need to insure it because there are so many perils out there. You know, there's water damage, there's all kind of things,
Windstorm,
fire.
hurricane,
Exactly.
fire.
So I said to myself, no, boy, I would have liked to insure the business, but I don't have any money. You're saying to me that marathon insurance will finance
No,
that.
what we will do,
Hmm.
what we will do. So, for example, remember, it's a double benefit, really,
Right?
because we go out and negotiate
On my behalf.
on your behalf, get the best rate for you. So maybe you were privy to a quotation and it's this and you can't afford it. You visit us and we negotiate on your behalf and maybe save you up to 60% on your
Oh,
premium.
okay.
Now, for example, your premium is $50,000,
Uh-huh.
right? What we do now is you give us a down payment and we actually tailor a monthly installment plan for
Okay.
you to
Right.
finance up to 9 months. So
Okay,
you
great.
come with your down payment, you don't have the money now that, but you need a cover note.
Right,
You
right.
need a cover note for your van or your car outside, but you don't have the full money to pay the
Okay.
premium. Or maybe you're expecting a little maybe bonus in Christmas.
Christmas,
So you say,
okay.
all right, I maybe I have a 10 or 15 now. We input that in the system
Mhm.
and then it automatically tailors how much you can manage monthly. And we
Oh,
go up to 9 months to finance
oh,
that
I understand what
policy.
you're saying. So basically, you would upfront to the insurance company, but I have an
You in the
arrangement
with
with you.
you. So
Excellent.
we pay the insurance in full for
For
you as the
right, and
client.
then I pay you
And then
incrementally based on our agreement. So I think it is important for us to understand because listen, as my grandmother said, trouble don't set like rain, but like rain, yeah. I'm sure you don't know that, but everybody said I
I've
agree
heard
with.
it, I've
You heard
heard it.
it?
I grew with my
Yeah.
grandparents.
Yeah. So they always say trouble don't set like rain, but like rain when it falls, it just wet up everything. Things that you didn't even know that they were exposed. So
Exactly.
what we're saying is that even this season, as many persons are thinking about acquiring their vehicle, let us make sure that we get the value for our money. And we
Definitely.
are so grateful today that Marathon Insurance is here in the form of Jovaun Sawyers, and he's explained to us in very clear terms
Very.
so that we can understand that we don't have to sit there and say, boy, how am I going to insure this car? And
No,
one of the
no,
things you
no.
don't want in this season, you don't want the police to stop you.
And you don't have something to show that proof of insurance.
Jamal, I don't the police ever stop you, right? And you, you see the paper, but the paper is up to date and you're still digging, hoping for a miracle. Yeah.
I'm hoping to find it somewhere because it's so many papers in the glove
Listen,
compartment.
if you're like me, Jamal, you have some people are very structured, right? So they have their
Very.
nice little insurance and they have their
The
fitness
pouch,
and nice pouch.
pouch,
Well,
right.
I usually start off that way, but somewhere between that way and the police stopping me,
Definitely.
I usually have to go through multiple papers because I'm a paper based work. I mean, I do a lot of papers, so I'll be driving and I get a thought in my head. And because I don't want to miss the thought, as soon as the traffic slows down, I reach for a paper and I write down the thoughts on it. I like to write. And as I don't want to discard it, so I put the paper into the glove compartment. But I'm hoping that I'm getting better. But I just want you to just explain to us as we are thinking about it that so we have you do different types of insurance. Talk to us about
Definitely,
the different
definitely,
types of
definitely.
insurance that you do offer.
Motor, we do motor property.
Mm-hmm.
Last
Or bigger property, like 5 mile, it's 2 bedroom now. I mean, is that something that you would after be uptown or I don't know, can be anywhere?
no man,
In Jamaica, we have a
no
mindset,
man,
we have
no
a lot
man.
of
And,
mindset,
and as such, we are here as Marathon Insurance to change that stigma.
right? Because we think that boy insure my house. No man, I
No
would have to
man, we
have a
insure
nice house.
everything. No
I
man,
mean,
no.
insure my flat screen and because of the content. But you're saying it doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Hmm.
matter. We invite everyone. We invite everybody. So we do the property. We do the liabilities. If you're having a party and you want a 1 day insurance
right.
to grant the party to keep and stuff like that. We do those type of liabilities.
Okay.
Group personal accident, which covers it for the 24 hours. And I mean, employers liability, public liability, all of them. And just to touch on the police situation that you mentioned
Right.
earlier, I can't stress the convenience enough and the accessibility of the www.mibinsured.com.
Mm-hmm.
Doc, imagine you're here right now on your phone and you're struggling with the paper. Imagine the policeman stops you and your cover note is electronic. You say, "Hi, officer.
Oh
This is
Lord.
my cover note."
I love the phone charge. I'm sure some of the viewers are Dr. Tomlinson, just make sure your phone is charged.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I
And
do
the,
understand and appreciate it. It is
definitely, because
so
that is where the world is going. Because if
mm,
we travel overseas, a lot of the cover notes, they're in the client's email.
right.
And that is what we're moving towards.
Right.
I mean,
And so as a people, we have to move with the time. And
yes.
I want to say, like, so for example, if I have a church, do
Mhm.
you do like insurance that would seek to cover proper things in the church or
Yes,
group
man.
insurance of
Contents and
people?
yes, man. We do,
Okay.
So we
Because a
can
lot of
definitely
people in the
talk.
church sometimes, like the older people, probably their relatives are gone and so on, and so they're still in the church. And I don't know if there's this type where we can cover like a group of people on a particular scheme or something like that.
Definitely.
Right.
In regards to motor or just like because we can do a fleet insurance as
Okay, you
well.
can do a fleet insurance.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
Right.
I'm all for the fleet insurance
You're
these
all
days.
for the fleet insurance.
Definitely, because I mean, it's you negotiating with an insurer, actually creating a scheme, and then those individuals will be benefiting from a rate that is not even within the market really. They wouldn't
Okay.
find it any other way. It's
Anywhere else.
exclusive to that scheme.
Right. So I think
So
it's important that we understand the benefits of a broker versus
definitely,
going directly to a company and how that broker can assist you. As we're hearing today, that sometimes you might not have all the money up front and
Mhm.
don't think that your property is too, I mean, it's your investment,
It's your
right?
investment,
And a lot of people know they're,
and your investment is never too small.
say
It's
that again for one
your
more time.
investment is never too small.
So what he's saying is that whatever it is that you value, whatever
Definitely.
it is that you have put your hard working capital into, you need to ensure that you cover those assets, right?
Definitely.
Because a lot of things that people have gathered today, based on the cost of living, I doubt very much that they'll be able to
And
if something happens to cover them again.
and exactly, we're going to find the money from.
Right.
And that is the reason why the insurance the banks when they're offering the loans,
Mm-hmm.
they say go comprehensive because they
Right.
are protecting their
Their
financial
definite
interest
right,
in
right.
that particular vehicle as well. So
Because once something happens, they need to make sure that they can recoup what
recoup
it is that they have
exactly.
invested. So that's there's no panacea to life. There's no one tablet that says everything will be okay. We know that we're preparing ourselves for another place, but while we're yet here on earth, there are some things that we need to do. And part of what we need to do is that we need to make sure that we ensure that which the Lord has given to us, whatever it is a car, we need to have it properly insured, right? And if we have challenges, can we just pick up the phone and get a broker, or we have to go through many people, or isn't that one
No,
of
it's
those
a
companies where the
24
phone ring?
no, it's a
Talk to
24
us about the customer service at Marathon.
excellent,
Excellent.
world class,
Okay.
24/7.
So I can call somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning and I could get through.
Once you go to www.mibinsured, they have a live agent that communicates with you.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
In the event that you're having some difficulties with downloading your cover note
note
or
or so.
uploading your documents, because we have that feature too,
Also, like I'm just applying.
Yes, so you have your fitness or your title or your registration, whatever it is, you can upload the document online as well
Okay, great.
without even coming into the office.
Oh yes, everybody's going faceless. That's my new word, faceless. Everything is virtual these days.
And I just want to touch on even the campaign that we have now, whatever you drive, we're inviting it's whatever you drive. Your truck, your crane, whatever it is, a special type, your motorcycle, we're inviting all the citizens to just come on board. The PPV, you have no reason now for the taxi drivers to can present it because we're
Right.
making it more convenient. We're slashing the premiums and we're inviting all the taxis, all the taxi operators, all the taxi owners just join us in this new
Right.
campaign.
Because, as I said before, that sometimes when these eventualities hit and persons recognize the cost that they will not have to face, the thing is that you don't have to face it alone, right? You can
Yeah.
face it with Jesus and you can also face it with insurance.
But
That's what
then
we're
again,
saying.
Jesus gave us wisdom, knowledge, and
Understanding,
understanding.
right?
So,
And I
you
think
know,
that is very, very important because sometimes people use different things to not secure themselves until they recognize it's too late, and that is going to be a
yeah, yeah,
challenge to everybody involved.
agreed, Doc. And I just want to touch on the promotion dates.
Go ahead.
So we're starting our road promotion for the Whatever You Drive campaign. And the first one will be on Saturday, December 10th at the Portmore Pines Plaza.
Okay.
The second one will be in Kingston at our head office, the 16th of December, which is next week, Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to pause for the Christmas, acknowledge the Christmas and the New
Are
Year's.
you ready? Good.
And then we resume on January 7th in Montego Bay.
Okay.
And then the final one will be at the Sav location at Savlamar
All
on the
right.
14th of December.
So what I'm hearing is that while we're yet praying that the Lord will open up the windows of heaven and pour out a mighty blessing, I'm sure this is your opportunity to understand that you need to get your assets covered.
Definitely.
Right?
And for those who want information as well, Doc,
Mhm.
they can once you're in the area, we will be there from about 12 to 5
Right.
at all the locations. So at any time, if you're in Mobi, Sav, you can join us in January. And if you're in Kingston or Portmore, you can
The
join us
16th.
the 16th in Kingston and the 7th, which is this Saturday in Portmore. If you want to come ask questions, I will be there myself, of course, to lead the campaign. And I'm just inviting you all to be there.
Because one of the things in the Jovaun is a lot of time when we hear about insurance and so on,
People
a lot of
get
person-
scared.
They get scared, and I said sometimes fear keeps you out of possibilities. It's like
Wow.
it's like a barrier.
Definitely.
It's a buffet to from coming into the known. And from what I'm
Ah.
understanding, this is a learning program. We learn a lot today. We understand the
Yes.
difference between a broker going to the company. We learn about marathon, what is possible, what is not
Not
possible,
possible.
right? And I want to say to everybody out there that while you are acquiring your things, it's important, make sure that you get your assets covered, right? We cover them under the blood in the realm of the spirit, and that is good. But we also need to make sure that we do that which we have the wisdom to do.
Especially in a time as now, leading into the end of the year. It's normally crazy,
Yeah.
Doc.
That's when
Doc,
you have your most claims.
yeah, you know,
Right.
that period from December to January,
Right.
it's crazy with all the events coming up and all of that. You really need to make that conscious decision.
Right. So we're saying to persons that while you are traveling on the road, because it's that season of the year when a lot of persons are traveling
Definitely.
from town to country, country to town, intra town, traveling all over. You're buying a new car, you need insurance. You can get a great insurance at Marathon. Go there, talk to somebody. Jovaun is available, and I'm sure there are many other persons
many
that
more
are just
persons.
as available. Jovaun, in closing, would you recommend insurance as a career for people?
Definitely,
Right.
definitely.
Mm.
Whether you want to go to general insurance, life, pension, health, whatever it is,
Okay.
but it believe me, it has been an eye opener for me, and it has allowed me to enter new markets.
Mhm.
And trust me, it's not just because when I first heard about insurance,
Mhm.
I was like, sure. I don't want to walk on the road and sell insurance.
Right.
I want to walk and go sell the insurance and bother people
Right.
and stuff like that. But it is way more than that. It is a lot to learn in terms of even risk management, assessing a risk, how
Right.
to actually combat that risk, some strategies to be implemented
Mhm.
to minimize certain losses it is wide.
Right.
It is wide.
So a lot of times, when we hear about insurance, it's not just the person walking to tell you
No,
some
man,
policy.
it's way bigger than
It's
that,
way,
man.
way
Way
bigger than that.
complex and bigger than that,
Right.
man. And
Wow, that's very, very interesting. This was such an engaging discussion. At Tip and Chat, as I said, we try to address the issues that affect the whole person's, right?
Definitely.
And this is indeed a season where we want to bring to light a lot of the things that we must be mindful of, because if we do not think about them, they will come to our attention in a way that startles us. So it is very good to have had you here today, Jovaun, and
Thanks for
I'm
having me, Doc.
sure that in the future you'll definitely be back. I want to say to you all the best in your pursuit of excellence, because I'm sure as a person that's probably one of your little mantras to just pursue excellence, and as a company, right? And you'll definitely say if you're looking for a job, insurance is definitely. Any final words you
Recommend.
want to say to our viewers today?
I just want to say thanks again, Doc, for actually having me here. It has been a pleasure, and I will certainly come back
Right.
in the near future to
Right.
tell you if how the campaign did. So I just want to highlight the campaign, whatever you drive. It's a 4 week campaign, December 10th, December 16th, and we'll resume on January 7th and close January 14th. I just want to invite persons to try the website www.mibinsured.com, and you can get a quotation, quick quotation, easy.
Right. Well, once again, it is always our pleasure to have you join us here on Sip and Chat, where we talk about things that we know are definitely of concern to you. So in this season, we just ask you that as you are driving, you can have your sip of coffee, but nothing stronger. Please take the spirit as we continue to sip and chat.
All
All
right.
right.